Alright, this is not going to be your typical video on this topic. Many different people have made videos on this exact same subject, all claiming that their simple 3-step program or their special techniques to shift your mindset that if you just subscribe to what they preach, they will help you to defeat lust once and for all. But no, watching those videos, following what they say, I can tell you right now, you probably never will. The reason these videos and techniques are very unlikely to actually help you is for one main reason, and this is the single most important thing you need to know regarding lust and your regression from it. The why. The why means two things. Firstly, why do you do it in the first place? And secondly, why do you want to stop? You're probably thinking of a couple reasons right now, but don't just look on the surface, the small top-level stuff. I'm on my phone too much. I'm alone at nighttime. No, it's deeper than that. There's feelings, motivations. You need to look for the reason under the reason. Why do I do it? Is it urges? Just sudden thoughts or feelings that feel unpreventable and unstoppable? Is it boredom or an escape? I have nothing else to do. I just want to distract myself, get away. I just want to feel something different. Is it desire? A deep yearning for a real, physical, loving connection? It may be one of these reasons. It may not be. It doesn't really matter. It's individual. But once you do identify why you do it, now you need to identify why you want to stop. But remember, it needs to be the real reason, not just the surface level stuff. You can't lie to yourself and say that you want to stop for any other reason than the truth. Otherwise, it won't work. Be 100% honest. I want to stop because it's all I think about. I want to stop because it gets in the way of normal life. I want to stop because I feel like I'm becoming numb. I know I'm doing something wrong, but I just can't stop. I fear it's going to ruin my future, my relationships. Again, it may be one of these. It may not be, but whatever it is, for you, be honest. You have to. I'll be the first to tell you, my 2 whys in the past were not truthful at all, and that's why I wasn't able to stop. But once I quit lying to myself, and I actually addressed the real reason, it became a lot easier. I'm not married, but I will be someday. And I really, really hate the fact that I will have to tell my wife in the future that she is not even close to the first woman I ever saw in that way. The way that's only supposed to be for her once we get married. That hurts me. I don't want to look at my wife, wedding night, and critique her based on my past sight of another woman. That, for me, is the real reason. My 2 whys are probably not your 2 whys, which is the exact reason that these other videos and advice will not help you. Nothing, no tips, no tricks, no techniques that I or anyone else could ever tell you will work if you do not know your 2 whys. That's the truth. But if you can, with 100% truth and honesty with yourself, identify the why you do it and the why you want to stop doing it, then these things will work for you. I hope you've taken some time to identify your 2 whys, the real ones, and if you have, I want you to realize something. The first why you do it in the first place, is something not to be fought off, but it's something to run away from. Some things are just too big to fight, and if you try, you will lose over and over again. And you are probably very familiar with this fact. 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 22 says, "So flee youthful passions, and pursue righteousness, faith, love, and peace, along with those who call on the Lord from a pure heart." Many different times in the Bible, we are instructed to fight sin, to battle against it, to resist it. But not lust. Lust, we are told to flee from, to run away, because your emotions, your lust is strong, much stronger than you. That's why you keep failing. You cannot fight your emotions. They will win, trust me. Instead, you need to channel those strong emotions into what is right. You are fleeing your youthful passions, your lust, and you are redirecting that energy towards righteousness, faith, love, peace, and God. We all need to realize that we're not evil for feeling these emotions. We're not hypocrites for feeling these emotions. We're not disgusting for feeling these emotions. We are human for feeling these emotions. These emotions, so strong, captivating, overcoming, are good, very good. We need them, and we are giftedly blessed with them from God, because without these emotions, we'd just be robots, incapable of relationship, which relationship is kind of the meaning of life. To love God with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength, and to love your neighbor as yourself. That's the most important meaning to your life. Both of these things being relational. Your emotions were created by God to be strong for a reason. They were designed for you to use in order to pursue love. But these lusts are just copies, cheap fakes for the real love. They are an empty, cardboard cutout replacement. But you probably already know that, and you've probably already heard someone tell you that before. This is where your second why comes into play. Why you want to stop. Your second why needs to be something that actually hurts you. I know that sounds weird, but follow me here. When you step on a bug, stomping it in order for it to die, this probably doesn't bother you at all. But if you step on a dog's paw, even for just a second, not even your full body weight, you hear that dog yelp. And if you're anything like me, your heart drops, at least for a second, right? It hurts you. You feel bad, and you don't want to do it again. For me, as I explained, this is my wife, the wife in which I haven't even met yet. It hurts me just to think about telling her all the different pictures and videos I've seen. I don't want to continue building upon that stack, a stack that is already way too tall. It hurts me, not in a condemning way, and not in a way that makes me feel horrible about myself or my past actions. No, it hurts me in a way where I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to make that stack taller. I want my eyes to be for her, and her only until I die. That's it. Whatever your second why is, why you want to stop, it needs to hurt you. Again, not in a condemning way, not in a shameful way, not in a way that makes you feel bad about yourself, but in a way that builds you up. A goal that's worth working for, something that if you don't follow through on it, it makes you feel like you're stepping on the dog's paw. I am working towards being 100% exclusive to my wife. And whatever you're working towards, your second why needs to be big enough that when the first why comes around, you have a reason, a good reason, a reason stronger than your own willpower to ignore it. Now, if you follow this video closely, just knowing, really truly acknowledging your two whys will take you very far. But there are some tips that will help you to take these whys and remember them when you need them most. But again, you need to get those two whys down. You need to truly know them, feel them, understand them, and only after that will these tips work. Firstly, act now on your first why. Because usually, when you identify why you do it in the first place, you'll still dance around it. And the second you dip your toe into what you know causes you to break, you will. And you probably know this, it spirals. So whatever your first why is, you need to build a routine starting right now to actively avoid it, not to just dance around it. Just for example, I'll use myself. I found that over time, just by trial and error, but also research, most people, including myself, work all day. This builds stress and increases the need for relaxation at the end of a hard day. Of course, at the end of the day, it's time to sleep, and I had built up a rhythm, including lust, a routine. Over time, it felt like I couldn't sleep unless I followed the routine. That's just human nature. We naturally look for routines, and if we try to do something out of the routine, we don't really like it. So, I just changed my routine. It sounds easier said than done, and it definitely is not easy. But here's a framework to follow. I identified my first why, at least one of them, one of the big ones. After a long day of work, I wanted to relax. I wanted to be fully calm and feel warm and comfortable. And then I could go to sleep. So, I just replaced the thing that was giving me calm relaxation, I say in quotations, and I started doing things actually relaxing when I went to bed. Things that made me calm, things that I enjoyed. I started reading. I decided that I was going to read until I was so tired I couldn't even focus on the book anymore. And then I would roll over and go to sleep. For the first few days, it was hard. It felt like breaking routine because I was, and I'll be honest, sometimes it didn't work. I was breaking routine. I was channeling my feelings into something other than lust, but sometimes that's not enough. The second why is the key to this problem. I made a phrase for myself, and I highly recommend you do as well. It's a phrase that I say out loud numerous times a day. It's an active reminder of my why, and it's only 5 words. You are not my wife. That's it, 5 words. But these 5 words are a snap back to reality when I feel like giving in. Sometimes my brain would shut off. My lust would overcome my willpower. And this is why a phrase is so helpful. My phrase is definitely going to be different than yours, because my second why I want to stop, is probably different than yours. But whatever your phrase is, make it short, but sweet. Something that perfectly encapsulates in just a few words your second why. So now, whenever I see something on Instagram or YouTube, even in real life, I'll say out loud, but quietly to myself, you are not my wife. And it snaps me back instantly. It forces me to remember, to stay true to myself, to not let my brain shut off, but rather to stay fully aware. Skip the ad, scroll the picture, look the other way. With these things, you'll never need another video again. I promise. This video is not about tips and tricks. It's not about ways to instantly get rid of lust for good. No. This video is about actually helping you. And in order to do that, you need to get deep. If you really want to do this, you actually want to help yourself, you can watch this video again and just really get thinking. Ask yourself, seriously, why do I do it? And why do I want to stop? And once you do that, trust me, you will be able to. You will be able to stop. It's going to be hard, and you probably will fail at least a couple more times, but eventually, after identifying your first why you do it, identifying your second why you want to stop, and finding the ways that work for you, interrupting the routine, finding your own personal phrase only for you that works, that reminds you, it snaps you back to reality and forces you to remember your second why, you will succeed. You can do it, and I'll be praying for you. But with that, if this video helped you, and I know it will, please consider subscribing, and also check out my previous video that's linked on screen right now. And I will see you in the next one. Peace.